Hi, my name is Marshall. I am a psychologist and content developer for the StudyPsych EPPP flashcard set that you can currently only find available in the iOS store. We are currently working on an Android version. We're hoping to have that out by the beginning of May of 2012. So what I'm here to do today is just walk current users and potential users of our app through some of the more interesting and we like to think unique features of the application. Essentially, it's the cool stuff that we offer that other apps don't. First off, what I want to tell you is when you go into the App Store and you download our app, it's going to work on all of your iOS devices natively. Any iOS device included in like iPhones, iTouches, and your iPad 1 and iPad 2. It's not going to work on a Nano or anything like that. So rest assured that if you spend the $29.99 on this app, you're going to be able to use it across all of your devices as long as it's your login that you're using. Okay, so when you open the app on your phone, you're going to be taken directly to our content areas page. This is where, as you can see, all of the content areas that are covered on the actual exam, this is where they're listed, and you can study each one of them individually. We've also combined all of the decks together, and then you'll see at the bottom that we've got some practice test questions. These are not multiple choice. We've had a lot of people ask us about that and recommend to us and suggest to us that we do that so that it feels more like the actual exam. The reality is people retain information better when they're not distracted, and when you've got one correct answer and 3 wrong answers, those 3 wrong answers actually serve to distract you from retaining the accurate information, and we certainly did not want our users being distracted like that. So we're going to keep it how it is. We've also combined all of the practice tests into one deck. Now, first what I'd like to touch on is one of the features that we get probably some of the most positive emails about, and that is that we offer different study modes. When you download the app, the default setting is our ordered study mode. So what you're going to want to do to change that is click on any of the content areas, tap the top of the screen, and then your options are going to come up, and then select the eye in the upper right hand corner. This is going to take you to your study options page. Now there's all this stuff down here. You can play around with it if you want, change colors, change font sizes, the card layouts, all that. I barely touch that stuff, and I work with this app daily. What I want you to select for now is card order. I currently have mine set to what I'm going to suggest you set yours to. But when you get it, like I said, it's going to be set to ordered. So you can guess what random is. It just randomizes the cards in any given deck. Spaced repetition, I'm not going to get into that today. It's basically what it sounds like. But what I'm going to encourage you to use is the short-term goal and the Leitner mode. Basically what that does is as you're going through each flashcard, when you indicate that you got a card correct, that card gets put into essentially another stack of flashcards. So it's not gonna be repeated while you're studying a certain stack of flashcards. It'll take, let's say the deck that you're studying has 200 cards. It's gonna chunk those 200 cards into stacks of 10. And you can change that. I'm not going to go through that either, but you can go in and change the stack sizes and stuff. But when you get one correct, it's going to go into another stack. As you get them wrong, it's going to continue to put them in that first stack so that you see those questions more often. And what research has shown over many years is that this style of studying is, besides being really sophisticated for an app like this, it really helps users to retain the information and learn the information that they're studying. So go ahead and tap short-term goal and Leitner. And then the next thing you can do is, because right now it's only going to do this to the deck that you're in. To set it for all of your decks, go ahead and click by deck, and then select all decks at the top and select short-term goal. Click back again, options, and done. And now to get back to the content areas, you're going to tap the top of your screen and select decks. And there you go. Now they're all set to that short-term goal. So that's one of the first features that I like to talk about, because it really allows people to retain information much better than if they're just studying the flashcards randomly or in order. Okay, the next neat thing, and this is a relatively new feature for these flashcards, it's about a year old, is access to websites. Now, about 90% of the flashcards, if not more, the flashcards in this app are directly connected to to a website where you're going to get more information about that card. And I'd like to demonstrate. We'll select neuropsychology. Now, this card, for example, and most of the true or false cards, in fact, are not connected to the web. You can tell because there's no green I, the letter I, at the bottom of the screen. So we'll go until we find one. There we go. So when you find that green I at the bottom of the screen, all you have to do is click the middle bottom button. It looks like a flashcard, and select More Card Info. When you do that, what happens is it takes you to a website, and in this case, it's Wikipedia, where you're able to read much more information than you're going to get from any $1,500 set of books. So there you go. You can do that, like I said, for over 90% of the flashcards in this app. So those are some of the cooler features of the app, and what I'd like to do now is just spend a minute talking about some of the more commonly asked questions that don't necessarily have to do with the functioning of the app. And one of those is, why does the app cost so much? And indeed, it is, we'll go to the App Store here, it is a little bit more expensive. It's $29.99. And as you scroll down, you'll see that other people are offering EPPP study apps for $2.99 or $6.99. There's another $2.99 one. I'm not going to encourage you to download these apps just because I don't think you'll be very pleased. In fact, you'll probably be disappointed. If you compare the ratings on these, first off, they have generally less than our StudyPsych app, and they're just not as high a ratings. We have a full 5-star rating, and the comments people leave are very, very good. People are doing well on the EPPP or comprehensive exams or undergraduate tests using our application. If you go in here, you can read some of the reviews. I gotta love it with 4 stars. That's fine. And just some great reviews. So the way we look at it is we're offering a lot more information, a lot more content than these other apps, first off. And in addition to that, we're giving you multiple functional differences as well. The app is just sophisticated. It works really well. It gives you access to the web for more information, essentially negating the necessity for spending, over $1,000 on study materials. And that was our goal. We're offering this for $30, which I calculated it is 2% of the price of other study materials. I highly recommend, before you go out and waste all that money, that you try our app out. If you really are dead set on using some study materials, go find some in your graduate school library that are, a few years old. The information is 99% the same, and very rarely is that changed on the actual exam. So if you have any questions, I appreciate you listening to this today. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at StudyPsych@gmail.com. I'll respond to any email, and really enjoy communicating with the people who are using this. I always like feedback on the app. And more than anything, if you download the app and you feel like it was a good deal, please go leave us a 5-star rating in the App Store. Those really help us out. They allow us to update this app more often and to hopefully develop more apps in the future. Thanks a lot.